Hello, this is Landon Schlung, and I'm coming back to you with another video about FreeCodeCamp. Today, we're in the new responsive web design certification section of FreeCodeCamp, and we are going to take a look at the CSS box model by building a Rothko painting. Whatever that is. I don't know what a Rothko painting is, but maybe they can help us figure that out. So let's start this project, and I guess we have to build something that looks like this. This is a Rothko painting I don't know, it looks stupid to me. I don't know. Hopefully I didn't offend anyone with that, but honestly, I don't really care. So, all right. By now you should be familiar with the basic elements of an HTML page. Should have set up the code with a doc type declaration, an HTML element with the language set to English, a head element, and a body elements. All right, so we're going to start off with doc type declaration like so, and then we need an HTML elements in here and the closing tag for that. And then inside of this, I think we have head and body. So let's add those, head and then body. And let's see if that works. Ah, does not pass. Oh, doc type HTML. Ah, that's why. Yeah. See? Did not pass. HTML tag with lang attribute. Whoops. Lang equals English. There we go. Hey, let's go. Wait, reset. What? Whoa. Submit and go to next challenge. Okay, here we go. Step 2. Within the head element, add a meta tag which sets the char set to UTF-8. All right. So inside the head, we need a meta tag with a char set equal to UTF-8 for like standard characters, I think. And a title element with the value Rothko painting. All right, so we need title in here, and that has a closing tag. And inside there, we need Rothko painting. And whatever you put as the title is what shows up on the tab part of the website. So in this case, they have a title of Learn the CSS box model by building Rothko painting, step 2, FreeCodeCamp. This is what would show up on the website since we have the title here. All right, let's see if this works. Actually, we have to add some more stuff here within the body element, add an image. All right, so body, we need an image in here. Oh my gosh, type the source attribute, src equaling this bad boy right here, which is a FreeCodeCamp curriculum PNG, apparently. Let's see. Okay, so that looks like content, height, width, and then the padding, border, and margin. Let's see. Congratulations, submit your code to continue. Let's go. All right, step 3. In the CSS box model, every HTML element is treated as a box with 4 areas. Yep. Imagine you receive a box from your favorite online retailer. The content is the item in the box, or in our case, a header, paragraph, or image element. Change the source attribute in the image from this one to this one. All right. Easy enough. So just grab this and put it here. Check code. Okay. Yep. Border, padding, content, and then the outside is margin. No, I don't want to donate. All right, step 4. The content is surrounded by a space called padding, similar to how bubble wrap separates an element from the box around it. Think of the border like the cardboard box your item was shipped in. Change the source attribute to the third image. I'm guessing it will show margin this time. Oh my gosh, I'm so smart. All right, step 5. Margin is the area outside the box and can be used to control the space between other boxes or elements. Here, the bottom element has a larger top margin, pushing it further down the page. Now that you understand the CSS box model, let's get started on the Rothko painting. Remove the image element. Well, that was useless. All right, step 6. Add a div element in the body. All right, let's add a div element. And then set the class attribute equal to canvas. Class equals canvas. And there we go. Easy. Before you can start styling the div you added, you need to link your CSS to your HTML. Add a link element to link your styles.css file. Set the href to /styles.css, and remember to set the rel attribute to style sheet. All right, so we just have to add link here, and then rel. rel equals style sheet, style sheet, and then the source, or href actually, equals dot slash styles dot css. And I think that's about it for the link. Hey, let's go. All right, time for CSS. All right, so they added a styles.css file. Even though your div element has no text, it's still treated as a box with content. Write a CSS rule that uses the .canvas class selector and set its width to 500 pixels. Here's a CSS rule that sets the width of the class card to 300 pixels. All right, so they just wanted to give us a little example of what to do. In our case, we just want canvas and we want the width to be 500 pixels. And nothing will show up because our box is white right now. So also we didn't add a height to it, so that could also be the problem. But yeah, so see how we have the scroll bar now? That's because the height made it go bigger and caused it to overflow. So we have a scroll bar. So now background color should make it show up. And all we have to do is do background color and have this hex colored here. So 4D0F. So I'm guessing it will be more red. Oh, F00. Yeah, it's like purplish. All right, so there's our box. And it's 500 pixels wide. So as you can see, this, I guess this is 500 pixels. All right, submit and go to the next challenge. Every painting needs a frame. Wrap the canvas element in another div and give that div the frame class. All right, great. Div class equals frame. And close this div up. Then inside this div and bring it down. And that should be good. All right, write a new rule using the .frame class selector. Use the border shorthand declaration to give the .frame element a solid black border with a width of 50 pixels. All right, so we need a .frame. So we're just selecting that index the HTML elements. And we need the border to be a solid black border with a width of 50 pixels. So 50 pixels, solid black. Normally you wouldn't use a border that thick, but that's what they wanted. And there it is. It's so not beautiful. That's the only way I can describe it. All right. The frame is much too wide. Set its width to 500 pixels. All right. So let's go with 500 pixels. As you can see, we're in the .frame class right now. So we can just do width of 500 pixels, and then it should just go around. Yeah. There we go. Beautiful. Use padding to adjust the spacing within an element. In the .frame, use the padding shorthand property to increase the space between the frame and the canvas element by 50 pixels. All right, so let's just add padding here of 50 pixels. Seems pretty simple. So there we go. We have our padding inside of our black box. Easy. Use margins to adjust the spacing outside of an element. Use the margin property. Give the frame element vertical margin of 20 pixels and horizontal margin of auto. Give the vertical margin of 20, so margin of 20 pixels and then auto on the other side. There we go. Easy. This will move the frame down 20 pixels and horizontally center it on the page. Yes, it does. It's centered. Nice. Next challenge. Step 16, add a new div element inside of your canvas element. All right, that's easy enough. Just add a div. And we want to give it a class of value 1. The class equals 1. Oh, 1. Whoops. Typed out. All right, now we're going to actually write some CSS for it. So we want to get 1, and we want the width to be 425 pixels. It's pretty easy. Go, go, go. Now set the height for that one. Oh, actually, it's already there. So height of 150 pixels. Easy, easy. Not sure. Yeah, nothing's showing up yet. Set the background color to EFB. All right, background color. to hashtag EFB762. And there's our beautiful box. It's above this box. Okay. Use margins to position the one element on the canvas. All right, so we're going to use margin, and we're going to do 20 pixels auto again, like so. Yep. All right, now dot one is centered horizontally, but its top margin is pushing past the canvas and onto the frame's border, shifting the entire canvas down 20 pixels. Okay. Add padding of 1 pixel to the canvas element. All right, so padding of 1 pixel to give the dot one element something solid to push off of. All right, there we go. Easy. Adding 1 pixel padding to top, bottom, left, and right of the canvas changes its dimensions to 502 pixels by 602 pixels. Okay, great information to know, I guess. Replace the padding property with overflow set to hidden, changing the canvas back to its original dimensions. All right, with overflow hidden. All right, just go overflow hidden. That should be easy enough. All right, so overflow just makes it so it doesn't overflow, or whatever is overflown gets hidden. Okay. Add another div with class value of 2. All right, div class equals 2 slash div. All right, easy. Create a new CSS rule using the .2 selector. All right, .2 width of 475 pixels. 475 pixels. Check that. Height of 200 pixels. And then we want a background color, because right now the background color is transparent. So we need the background color to be set for it to actually be seen. So the background color we need is 8F0401. And then there it shows up. So this box is inside of our other box. If I go back here, look at this. See, 1 and 2 are inside of our canvas. And the canvas is this purple box. 1 is the pink one. 2 is this other purple box or reddish box. All right, so that should be good. Let's make the next challenge. Center the 2 element by setting its margin to auto. All right, so we're going to go margin of auto. Center it. Beautiful. All right, we need some padding on this boy, or some margin actually. Create a new div with a class value of 3. All right, we're just going to move on. Class equals 3 slash div. Beautiful. All right, select it. 3. Let's give it a width of 91% this time. Very specific. 91% at once. All right, right now there's nothing showing up because, again, its background color is transparent at the moment. 28% for height. And background color, background flaw to hashtag B20403. Okay, it's another like pinkish color. There you can see that. All right, let's check that one. Hey, passes. All right, center the 3 elements on canvas by setting its margin to auto. Yeah, okay. Same dang thing. Margin auto. Okay, now it's centered. All right. It's helpful to have your margins push in one direction. In this case, the bottom margin is the 1 element pushes down, pushes 2 down 20 pixels. The .2 selector uses margin shorthand property, set top margin to 0, horizontal margin to auto, and bottom margin to 20 pixels. This will remove its top margin. Okay, so here we're using margin shorthand. We want to set top margin to 20 pixels, and then horizontal to auto, and bottom margin to 20 pixels. I think I can just do like this. That works, hopefully. Yeah, that looks a little nicer. Does not pass. It should be 0. Whoops, this should be 0. 0, not 20. Whoops. All right. Yay, it passes. Yippee. All right, the colors and shapes of your painting are too sharp to pass as a Rothko. Use the filter property to blur the painting by 2 pixels in the canvas element. Here's an example of a blur rule. All right, so we just want to do filter blur of 2 pixels. And now it's all blurry. And that makes it look like a painting, everybody. All right. Create a rule that targets both 1 and 2. All right, so dot 1, dot 2, and we need their blur. So filter blur to be 1 pixel, blur, blur 1 pixel, like so, I think, hopefully. Yay, okay. Increase the blur of 3 by 2 pixels. All right, so we just want blur. Wait, no. Filter blur of what? 2 pixels? Oh, easy. Okay. I can't really tell if that does anything, honestly. All right, the rectangles are too small and their edges don't have the soft quality of a painting. Increase the area and soften the edges of one by setting its box shadow. All right, I'm just going to copy that, boy, because I don't want to type that out. And we'll just go box shadow of that bad boy. All right, beautiful. All right, so not really sure what happened, honestly. Was this one on? That one. So the pink box. Yeah, I can't really see it. Maybe slightly? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Use a box shadow declaration for 2, but change the color from that to that. All right, so we want to use the same thing. So just grab this bad boy, bring it down, change the color though to 8F041, which is right here. I'm just going to copy that. All right, beautiful. Easy. Add a box shadow to 3. Basically the same thing. Values of this. Got box shadow. Paste that in. All right. Doesn't do much, but it's what they want. The corners of each rectangle are still too sharp. Round each corner of dot 1 by 9 pixels using border radius. Border radius. 9 pixels. There we go. That actually curves the edges, that you can see. There we go. Use the border radius property on the dot 2 selector to set its top left and bottom right radii to 8 pixels. All right, so I'm just going to go border radius. All right, so set its top left and bottom right. So we're just going to go, how do I do this? Is it top left is, can I just do 8 pixels and, and then bottom left to 10 pixels. So I think it's 8 pixels, 10 pixels for shorthand. Hopefully. We'll see. Yep, it is nice. All right, border radius property accepts up to 4 values to round the top left, top right, and bottom left corners. Round the top left corner by 30 pixels and then all that. Okay, so we just want border radius here. And then we want the top left to be 30 pixels. So the first value is the top left. The second value is the top right, which will be 25. The bottom right is 60. And then the fourth value is 12 pixels, and that is the bottom left. All right, so there we can see the different changes in border radius. So this one is way more of a curve. All right, so that was easy enough. Let's go. All right, rotate each rectangle to give them more of an imperfect hand-painted look. Use transform property. All right, we're going to use transform, and then to rotate it, so we're just going to rotate it by 0.6 degrees. Dig, rotate dig, 0.6 dig. And there we go. Now it's like angled down very slightly. Let's see what 20 degrees would look like. Oh, look at that. It's a good thing we're just doing 0.6. All right. Oh, what? Oh, it has to be 0.6. Yes, of course. What? No. Oh, negative 0.6. Oh, because it has to be counterclockwise. Or, yeah, counterclockwise. There we go. Okay. All right, rotate 2 by clockwise 0.4. So this time it's actually going to be positive. Transform. Rotate 0.4 degrees. That's easy enough. Rotate 3. Okay, so transform. Rotate this time by 0.2 degrees counterclockwise. So we need to be negative. Negative. There we go. Sweet. All right, we did our beautiful Rothko painting. There it is. The next challenge that we have up is CSS Flexbox Photo Gallery. And it looks like we're going to be using cat photos. So that should be fun. Stay tuned for that, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to give it a like and comment. I read all the comments, and I will answer any questions you have. All right, see ya. Peace.